Hello and welcome to the TCF Morning Show. It is Wednesday, September 16th, and this morning, I am joined by Matt Schoolfield at schools_01 on Twitter. I am Zach Lilia at TCF on Twitter. Today on the show, we'll be talking a little bit about Allen Robinson and some contract drama. The Cubs got bad news on the mound. Yu Darvish going up against the Indians. The White Sox are in a big series with the Twins right now, battling for first place in the division. We also got, is the Big Ten back? We hope so. NBA playoffs, we have the Heat winning tonight, and we also have Heat beating the Celtics. And then we got the Nuggets and the Clippers playing right now, Game 7. So we'll be live updating that game. And then we got Matty Pucks tonight on the show, my favorite part. So shout out to that. Matty, how we doing?
Good. Another night. It's another night full of got hockey, we got NBA, we got baseball, like you said. It's a lot of baseball and sports going on in general, so it's perfect. Can't go wrong.
But if you want to follow the main page on Twitter, it's at @typical_Chicago. Facebook is Typical Chicago Fans. Go over to YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube page, Typical Chicago Fans. Wherever you get your podcast from, type in Typical Chicago Fans. You'll be able to find us on there. If it's Apple, subscribe, rate, review. Spotify, give us a follow on there. Anywhere else, you will be just type in Typical Chicago Fans. You will find us on there. Shout out to 26shirts.com Chicago. Go over there. Use the promo code Typical Chicago Fans at checkout. You'll get 15% off. Matt just got his shirt.
Just got mine yesterday.
Came
in yesterday.
He loved it. He used the promo code Typical Chicago Fans, and he got 15% off at checkout.
I did.
So he loved it.
I did.
Shout out to 26shirts.com Chicago. Follow them.
Can't undersell the quality of the shirt.
No,
too,
beautiful
dude.
shirts.
Super happy with the quality, dude. It's a nice, comfortable
nice and
shirt.
long. It gives you nice space.
Yep.
Great material. 26shirts.com Chicago. Typical Chicago Fans at checkout, 15% off. But yeah, Matt, I kind of alluded to it in the intro. Got a little drama today. Allen Robinson contract drama. We started off the day by he deleted all of his pictures of anything to do with the Bears
social media
on social
wipeout.
media, which I guess I was a little confused by. And then it comes out that they have contract issues. And then at some point during the day, there were he wants to be traded. His agent now says he didn't say that. But if they're in a contract, negotiations is going wrong, he probably does want to be traded. And what I don't get is, what is Ryan Pace doing? If you get rid of Allen Robinson on this team, your number one receiver is Anthony Miller, which is a good wide receiver. Made that great catch the other day. But
he's rounding into being a solid number 2, which is what you need him to be.
We can't lose our number one wide receiver when your job is on the line, Ryan Pace, with the quarterback that you took.
Well, that's just it.
You know what I mean?
If the Bears don't do anything this year, it's probably, for all intents and purposes, it's Nagy and Pace's last year.
Yeah, because
so you might as well sign him. You might as well keep your best
really,
offensive weapon happy.
Unfortunately, Nagy would maybe lose his job, but Ryan Pace is the one who should, because if it all goes bad, because he's the one who made all these decisions. It wasn't really Matt Nagy's decision.
But I mean, if Pace goes,
I know
GM's going to come and want his own guy.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But it's just a situation that
They got to sign him. He's a number one receiver. It's the bottom line. He's a very, very, very good playmaker. He's a strong receiver.
Yes. What
great in traffic.
Here?
He catches everything. He's the kind of guy you want to build a passing attack around.
He's
a great number one receiver.
That probably shouldn't have been caught because the quarterback threw it behind him, in front, way too far, too high, and he's out there making plays, and we're not going to reward him with a contract. Like, what? You know how many players in the NFL right now are getting paid, and we're not going to pay a guy who deserves it on our team?
He's got a gripe, in my opinion, because when I was tweeting on Sunday during the game, I sent a tweet out about like how it just felt like every throw makes every receiver go full
Mm-hmm.
extension trying to catch it. Like every
I
throw,
mean, that
if
even
the
that
catch
catch
radius has
by
got to be through
Anthony
the
Miller.
roof, and it's
I
just
mean, that was an amazing, full-out dive catch.
right, right, and it was a good throw.
Great throw.
It
I
was a
mean,
really good throw. It was the only place that anybody
you
could
see that
get it. It
stat?
was
It
the
was
only
like
place that Miller could get it.
three passes there were like some of the toughest throws ever.
But some of them are just a joke, dude. And it feels like, Miller might, or
It's
excuse
also
me,
like
Robinson
I
might have
get
a.
what everyone is, but like that's what good quarterbacks are supposed. Like he does it a few times a game. Like that's what good quarterbacks are supposed to do on a consistent
Mahomes
basis.
does it all 4 quarters, not in the 2 minute drill.
Yeah.
It's great. Mitch did it. They needed it. They needed to win. It was a good win on the road. But keep your studs happy.
Yes,
And
please. Like,
you
come
don't have a
on.
ton of playmakers offensively. It's
Come.
just the way it is.
I was very annoyed by it. At first, I saw he was like he deleted the pictures, which I'm like, okay, like maybe he's just mad. Maybe it's just a way of him just wanting to get his point across. Then you saw the trade thing, and it's like, if we really have to trade him, what are the Bears going to do? The season
Right.
is what you would have to say over, because
Right.
I mean you can't win with Mitch Trubisky and Anthony Miller being your number one wide receiver. I'm sorry. I hate to be a hater here, but that's just not going to happen. You can't get rid of them. And it's one thing for injuries to take a player, but for your own front office just not willing to pay what he deserves is just ridiculous. And it just shows you where this organization's at right now. I mean, really and truthfully.
Yeah, I don't
You know
disagree.
what? Like I said, if they actually do trade him, then there's not much you can say about it. You've
Well, what is Ryan Pace going to do with the draft picks? Because he's just keeps knocking them dead all the time.
And
so.
what happened today has ruined any trade talks you can have with any team. No one's going to give you what you want because they know the situation. They know you have to get rid of them.
It's just absolutely ridiculous.
It was one of those things. I like. It honestly almost kind
you
of
got to keep your son. You just got to keep your son.
It made me sick.
He's young. He's still young.
Oh my god!
It's not like he's like 32.
The poor guy.
26.
I love Blake Bortles, but he's had Blake Bortles and Mitch Trubisky as his two quarterbacks.
Right. Absolutely, and it's. I don't know.
Why would you want to pay him? Right? Well, what's the point? What's
right.
the point? Right? Why keep your?
Let's throw that money towards guys like Taylor Gabriel and come on, man. Come on.
Like you didn't want to go out. You didn't want to go out and sign Cam Newton. Didn't really. I mean, at the time, you're kind of like, okay, maybe the injury or whatever, but he looks good.
Let's not kid ourselves. They didn't sign him. They didn't sign Cam Newton because they didn't want to have to not give Mitch the job. And if you sign Cam Newton, you're not signing Cam Newton to. Oh my God, Jeffress, unbelievable. He just gave up a 2-run homer in the ninth.
That game.
Yeah. To Lindor, out the field. Anyway, Allen Robinson, bad sign.
Bad for
get him signed.
I mean, it's just a bad look for this organization. Bad look. Like, come on, like
get your good players signed.
Yeah,
it's just the bottom
line. It's not like you got like any crazy contracts right now. It's not like you're paying anybody crazy money. Come on. You got Khalil Mack on a pretty good deal right now. Some players took some pretty team-friendly deals a year or so ago, and we're gonna. I don't know. I was very annoyed today by this, and it was just like, it's like just think about the season. Think about the season that you are about to ruin. Right. It's over. Just know that if you get rid of Allen Robinson,
you got nobody.
You got nobody. I mean, I was really.
I don't know, man.
I hate to be
Let's
this
just
way,
hope
but
they
I
don't
was
screw
thinking
this
about
up.
that today as it was all going down. I'm like, what happens on Sunday when we don't have Allen Robinson? Like that would.
At the end of the day, I gotta feel like cooler heads are going to prevail here at some point.
Yeah,
And
I think
whether they don't get a deal done, I think they've got to figure out a way to
well,
whether
even
they
during
convert
the
something into,
Alvin Kamara contract talks just recently, they kind of threw around the trade talks, but I think it's just a lot of negotiations going on. Hopefully.
yeah, it kind of just saying like throwing down the axe that says, hey, I'm not happy. I want the whole world to know I'm not
Yeah.
happy. So let's do this or not.
Yeah, so
Don't jerk me
hopefully
around kind of
the
thing.
Bears
So
fix
let's
this
hope it's
all
that.
and they give him all the money he wants.
Right.
Because I begged him on Twitter. I said, please don't leave. So I hope he saw that, and I hope he doesn't leave. Well, it's bad news day for Cubs. But bad news, Yu Darvish will not be getting the win, unfortunately, because Jeffries just gave up a two-run homer in the ninth inning. Well, that stinks. But Yu Darvish
Opposite
looked good out
field to
there tonight.
Lindor too.
He had one rough inning. It kind of seems like that how it goes, but he just grinds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was he had a few rough innings after that too, and he just kept with it, and he kept this team in it. And the offense is looking good. Javi with a great night.
Javi's had a fantastic night. Hit the bomb, 450 to dead center.
I mean,
stole second, throw into center.
you look around at
took
this
off the
offense,
third.
and it's like
Didn't miss a beat, went home.
Kyle Schwarber's batting 200. Javi's in the low 200s. Rizzo's in the low 200s. It's like
it's not where you want guys to be.
No, not where you want guys to be with probably 14 games left in the season. Like,
yeah, it's like start getting hot here,
Yeah.
boys. It's now or never. It's time to shit or get
tonight
off
it
the
was
pot.
kind of nice. Javi stole second base and then got all the way home. It's one of those ones.
play
Hopefully,
was
it gets
nuts.
him going a little bit. But this would be a tough one to
Go across
This
town.
one-
What about the White Sox, man?
Well,
Jeez.
no, just first, this would be a tough one to lose too. That was a
Oh, for sure.
especially. Oh, speaking of that,
5-5?
a team that doesn't want us to lose this game either. The White Sox and Twins play big series. The White Sox, as of right now, have a 2-game lead in the division. They were up at last time I had seen.
Yeah, it's 6-2 right
6-2.
now. 6-2 right
They
now.
would have a
Top of the ninth.
3-game lead in that division. Dunning, right? Dunning, that's how you say it.
Yeah,
He
Dunning
had a good
pitched.
start
Yeah,
again tonight.
great start again.
they're-
And he went 7. I got his line right here. 7 innings, 3 hits, 7 Ks. Not bad, man. Not bad from the rookie.
at
They're
all.
up 6-2. Top of the ninth. There's 2 outs. They're about to close it, and
Just keep this team in it. Just keep
really,
this team in it.
really take a commanding lead in that
This
division.
offense will get you consistent. I would have to say 3, 4, or 5 runs a game. Like that's what they've been putting up. They've been putting up crazy numbers. I know I just threw out 3 numbers, but
People stop pitching left-handed pitchers against them because they murder them.
this offense is getting the respect of baseball already, and it's only year
Yeah.
1 of it. And I mean,
Yeah, it absolutely is.
and I hate to be this way because I usually try to dislike what the White Sox do. The chains are awesome. Everyone rocking the chains. The Cubs need more chains, I think.
They do. I don't know.
I'll send them more chains. I don't know what they want, but I think they need. I mean,
They
looks
just
awesome.
they gotta.
It knows
It
you are
does.
It tells you I'm going to hit a home run. I'm going to run around the bases, and I know this is just going to look awesome.
No, man. I don't disagree with you one bit. Let's get them all. Get as many as
But
you can.
White Sox,
Just bring them all
White
in.
Sox, they are looking hot at the right time. I've been saying this for weeks now. They are getting hot when it matters. And
I hate that team, dude. I hate their fans. I can't lie. It's get like they just chirp and chirp and chirp and chirp and chirp.
well,
It's
Maddie,
just talking.
unfortunately, I don't think it's going to stop.
They're
it
not going
because,
anywhere.
The bad part is they're being able to back it up now. So
I know. Their offense is outstanding. It's one of the best. in
I
the
was
league.
looking
It's
at
just-
the
it's
I
just
was
a
looking
fact.
at the schedule. The Cubs got tomorrow or today against the Indians, and then they have a day off, and then they don't have a day off until the end of the year. I think they play St. Louis
Yeah, we
one
gotta
more time.
Get a series with the
Yeah,
Sox
the
next
Sox
week, I
end
believe.
the season.
Yeah, great. Let's just have a playoff spot wrapped up and not fuck around.
Oh, well, I'm excited. You know, it's it sucks when because it's very stressful. Because it's been like the last 3 years, the end of the season, we've had to worry about the playoff spot. But I'm
Like you
excited.
said, we cannot blow this game tonight.
No.
This is a game you got to win.
Playoff
You
baseball
have
is
a
here
five.
for both sides of Chicago, the South Side and North Side, and it's going to be fun. You know what I mean? We got the TCF morning show is going to be full of content here with baseball, playoff baseball being a spotlight. We'll have to get some some White Sox fans' perspective. But I have not bashed them on here. I've been very complimentary of the team. I think that they are a good offense.
I've been complimentary of the team. I
don't have to like any. I'm a Cub
them.
fan. I don't have to like any team, but I do. I can say facts. And this pitcher, how old is this guy?
Who? Dunning?
Perez.
Oh, jeez. 44, I think.
Looks old. That's.
Dude, he's been around since I think he came in 99. I'm pretty sure.
He looks old.
I'm pretty sure Oliver Perez came into the league in 99. I'm going to check that out right now. I only say
that because he has gray hair.
He is gray hair. He doesn't have gray hair. He is.
I have one spot
I guess he's only 39.
Hair. It's unbelievable.
He's only 39. He came into the league very, very young, though.
So he's been around for a while.
He was a free agent, signed as a free agent in 99. So,
but baseball playoff season is soon upon us here. We got about a week and a half or so, and we'll have playoff baseball.
I finally figured out the playoff bracket, too. I'm proud of myself. I figured that out going into
today they announced that the World Series will be played at the Texas Rangers Stadium.
Yep.
I don't know.
Everyone's complaining. Just like, who cares? Just watch the game and shut up.
It's a nice place. There's nice weather. It's a nice stadium. Who cares? Just watch the game.
Yeah, just watch the game and shut up. That's all.
As a Cub fan, I'm just happy my team won't be freezing cold if we're in the World Series.
Right. It's like games that were snowing.
All the things we can complain about. Where we're going to be playing the World Series is not where I'm going to be.
Yeah, that's not on the top of the list.
Matt, is Big Ten football back? I think so. We had a hot mic of a Nebraska. What is it? A Nebraska AD or something.
President or AD,
like
one of them, Chancellor,
saying that they were going to announce it on Tuesday night. There's nothing really been announced, but there's speculation that Big Ten football is back. They will be playing. They'll be starting, I think, sometime at the beginning of October. I hope so, because I think it would make it feel a little bit more normal. I still think college football will not be normal all season, but at least we'll have some more exciting games.
Yeah, they were talking like starting, like you said, late October, but then doing some Thursday and Friday games probably to capitalize on some empty TV nights and things like that, which I think is probably smart.
I love that.
I think it's going to be – they've got to make sure they've got all the teams, because I think, 2 days ago, the initial reports were Michigan and Michigan State were not going to be playing, but then that's going to backtrack.
Yeah,
I know there's problems with Wisconsin
as
far as
– that'd be wild.
Right. Well, there's problems. I guess there was questions as to Wisconsin's ability to get clearance to play. Sounds like a lot of those have been rectified. It's on the teams to be able to, control the virus. What Ed Orgeron said, he thought that, quote, most of his team at LSU has had COVID already. So it's like,
I guess
throw everybody in the tank and just let them get it, I guess. I don't know. It's unbelievable. But, there's too much money at stake, and a lot of money at stake for those kids, too, unfortunately. And I think a lot of people are kind of saying, well, how can you make them play? They're not getting paid. Well, I'm 100% on board that the players should be able to market themselves however much they want. That's a different argument. But, I think you get to that point, they got to market themselves to the NFL. They got to get themselves ready for a draft. They got to get themselves ready for a combine. They're way behind, and you can't tell me that the NFL scouts are going to have a whole lot of credence when teams are playing just one singular conference amongst themselves. There's no bowl games. There's no postseason bowl games. You're just getting a 9-game sample.
What's the thought behind these big time players not playing?
The opt-out, I think, might be a business move on their part to preserve their body. And if the guys that know they're going to be a first or second rounder, or maybe the guys that know they're a third or second that have the weight or have the ability to vault themselves up around, I think that's what you might be seeing here too. Like, Jamar Chase from LSU, he's the best receiver in the country. He's going to be a top 10 pick. There's zero reason for that guy to be forced to play college football this year. He should have been able to go pro as a sophomore. The rules prohibited him from doing that. Jamar Chase is ready for the NFL now. There's no reason for him to risk playing COVID football right now. Preserve your body, take care of yourself, get ready for the draft. Kid like that has zero business playing college football right now, in my opinion. So, a guy like that, I don't fault at all. Maybe a guy that's a borderline seventh rounder, or a guy that's kind of projected to be an undrafted free agent. Maybe those are the guys that are scrapping and clawing right now and trying to, get seen wherever they can. You've heard stories of high school football players leaving the states that aren't, Illinois is one of the states not playing high school football this year right now. A lot of, there's been reports of kids going to play at those, schools in Florida and California where they can play or wherever. So, I don't know.
Did they push the season back a little bit?
For high school football, it was they're playing in the spring in Illinois.
Rizzo was very close.
I think they're gonna
winner there.
I was very, very, very close. He got enough of it too, and it looked like his normal pole homer, but the one that kind of hugs the pole, and he just man. But no, I think they're playing in March, I believe. I think as practice starts February, and then their games start in March, and then I think they're rolling right into baseball, beginning late April into June. So they're playing into the summer for baseball. I don't know, man. It's a crazy world.
It is a crazy world. Let's get into the NBA playoffs. We just kind of watched the Denver Nuggets are up, I think, about 15 right now with 4 minutes left. And Paul George just hit a three-pointer off the side of the backboard.
Unbelievable.
How
about the Nuggets,
playoff Paulie.
Down 3-1.
Down 3-1.
They're down 3-1.
And the Nuggets are going to go on to most likely play the Lakers. Oh, get to third. Let's go.
Props to them on that one, man, because they looked like they were dead. They looked, the Clippers were playing really good. They were playing really good defensively, and I don't know what happened.
I think they started locking down on Kawhi and just had everyone else beat him.
Well, Jamal Murray's had a monster night tonight too, or last night I should say. But wow, that was a nice rip by Rizzo. But no, it's surprising to see Kawhi Leonard kind of play on a team that's kind of coming up choking a little bit, because this is a guy who seems like he's always in control, and his teams are always in control, and never too far out of it. Kind of surprising to see him, at the forefront of a team kind of melting down. But it's the Clippers, and the Clippers are going to do what the Clippers do, I guess, at some point. So it's not surprising, I guess. Nuggets are a team, I think, they got enough talent to give the Lakers a run for their money. There's going to be a game where Jamal Murray's going to go bananas.
It's tough.
I don't think they're going to be able to pull that series out, but I've got a future on the Nuggets, so if they do, it'd be huge, because I got them to win the West.
I think Jokic could maybe slow down at least Anthony Davis or Dwight Howard, whoever's playing in there.
Jokic is such a good player.
I don't know if either of these teams will have a chance.
No, probably not.
And then we had the Miami Heat beating the Celtics, Game 1, Eastern Conference Finals. Went to overtime.
Jimmy Buckets, man.
Jimmy Butler, unbelievable game. He's clutch, Jimmy. I think the Heat are going to win this series. I know it's, Zach, you're saying after Game 1. Yeah, I saw Game 1, and that Miami Heat team looks good.
Jimmy Butler is making a lot of Chicago Bulls fans look like idiots, including myself.
Yeah, I was done with it. I was him, but I think he's a good player.
I was done with him being a Bull, I guess, because just the way it all went down.
It's one of those things. It wasn't going to.
That guy is a stud. He's a junkyard dog, man. He just doesn't. He doesn't get afraid of anything. No. It's the kind of guy that, if they end up beating Boston in the series and go probably play the Lakers, like we were just talking about, he's the kind of guy that's not going to be afraid of playing LeBron. He's not going to stop him. I'm not saying he's going to, shut him down or anything, but he's not going to back down one
No.
bit. And you got Bam Adebayo. My God, how about that block tonight on
His
when Tatum
his
went up?
hand was like going into the basket, and he just pulled it back out.
Dude, he kind of came out of nowhere too, because Tatum didn't. I don't think Tatum saw him
No.
because he kind of went around the first two guys and kind of went up quick. But then it looked like he kind of pulled back on his dunk a little bit, and it like opened the door for Adebayo to just come stuff it right back in his face. It was a great play, awesome ending to the
It
game.
was. But Maddie, I know you're watching the game going on right now.
We're going to double overtime
Maddie
right now.
Pucks,
So
NHL.
I got no results for you in the Eastern Conference Finals. It's 3-1 Lightning in the series. Game is 1-1. I got defenseman scoring earlier in the night for. He had Victor Hedman scored for the Lightning. I forgot which one it was that scored for the Islanders right now. But it's 1-1 right now going into second overtime. It's playoff hockey. You knew a game like this was going to come. It wouldn't shock us to get to 3 or 4 of them tonight. Not a lot of shots, a lot of defense, kind of slow paced game. It hasn't been like the Western Conference that just wrapped up last night in thrilling fashion. But with the Stars going on and beating Vegas, man, 4-1 there. They're down 2-0 into the third, and Stars kind of look like they might be dead. And Joel Kiviranta scored, and I don't think he was like, was it game 1 when he had his hat trick of the playoffs, and he had no goals up to that point. Has a hat trick, I think, in game 1 of this series. Maybe it was at the end of the last series. It might have, yeah, it was against Colorado. I'm sorry, but then scores the game winner to come back and beat the Vegas Knights, who a lot of people were their sexy pick to win the cup this year. So.
And that was Maddie Puck's NHL playoff breakdown. We got a 20-point lead by the Denver Nuggets here with about 2 minutes left. Unfortunately, the over will not be hitting. As some people, I don't know if you listen to Pick Central, hopefully Marty doesn't lose his hair. I'm not happy about because every game has gone under in this series.
Yeah, I know, it's nuts.
That is
And the spread dropped 7 points tonight.
Yes.
I think from what it was in Game 6. Like, that's nuts.
Unbelievable. So the Denver Nuggets will most likely be playing the Lakers. That is a series that it looks lopsided, but so did this one. So we'll have to kind of see how the Nuggets are on a roll here, and the Lakers have had a few extra days off. So we'll see how that goes.
You kind of like the hot team, the team coming in playing, not sitting there getting stale in that first game. So it might be an opportune time to jump on the Nuggets money line in Game 1.
Love it. Well, I'm going to go through the social medias, and hopefully by the time that is over with, the Cubs will have a winner here. Thank you to Matt at schools_01 for joining me tonight. I am Zach Lilia at Z Lilia TCF. The main page is at typical_Chicago. Instagram, Facebook. Just type in Typical Chicago Fans. Follow us on there. Make sure you check out all the social medias. Go over to YouTube. Type in Typical Chicago Fans. Give us a subscribe. Subscribe on there. Give us a subscribe. Yeah, I'm always trying to put that in there. I can never word it right, I don't think.
And then I think everybody knows what you mean, dude. Don't sweat it.
And then wherever you get your podcasts from, if it's Apple, subscribe, rate, review. Spotify, give us a follow. And this guy just hit in the game-winning run. The Cubs have
Cameron Maben.
Let's go.
All right.
This guy just must have had control problems because that's crazy. Follow us on there. Like I said, wherever you get your podcast from, type in there. You'll find us on there. Shout out to 26shirts.com Chicago. Use the promo code Typical Chicago Fans at checkout. You get 15% off of your purchase. They got hats, shirts, flags. All goes to a great cause. So type in Typical Chicago Fans at checkout, and you'll get 15% off of your purchase. 26shirts.com Chicago. Cubs win. I don't know if the Sox have won yet.
They did, I believe.
Sox
yes.
won. And the Denver Nuggets are moving on to the Western Conference Finals. Unbelievable.
Shout out Denver Nuggets.
Anything else?
No, we got double OT hockey, so tune in. check your score, see what happened there. But it's gonna be a wild ending there, I think.
Speaking of wild endings, the Cubs had bases loaded, hit by pitch, game winner.
Up 5 now in the division too. Huge. Just
Love
about
it.
to bury that division.
You're welcome, White Sox.
Thanks, Cubs, for that stupid ass Benetti drop. How many times are we gonna hear that tomorrow?
This has been the TCF Morning Show, Wednesday, September 16th. We love you all.
Peace.